Michael Jamarcus Tyson. Some people don't know who this legend is. A lot of people know him from the many nonsensical things that he's done. They know him for his love of pigeons because he has an extensive pigeon collection where he spends $50,000 a month taking care of them. A lot of people know him from his boxing legends and lore. Some people know him from Ip Man. I didn't know he was a villain in Ip Man. No one told me that. Had to go rewatch the movie to reconfirm that. There is an entire fight scene where Mike Moneyboy Tyson, Michael Jamarcus LeBronkin, Quantavious Tyson is battling Donnie Yen. That is a whole battle there. Outside of that, people don't know the legend and lore of Mike Tyson. People don't grasp it. People don't really understand how powerful this man is. You see, I grew up in an era with my father where I had to learn his interests so he could talk to me. That was the entire way of how we operate as people. If I wanted to speak to him for 10 seconds, he'd stop me and say, "Whoa, stop right there. I don't care about your little boy antics. You want to watch wrestling with me?" So I learned about Attitude Era. I learned about Sergeant Slaughter. I learned about the Iron Sheik. I learned about Macho Man Randy Savage. Snap into a Slim Jim. I learned about all that. I watched Venture Bros with him. He watched Crying Freeman, which was an anime that was really cool. I learned all these things about my father. He learned nothing about me, and that was amazing. Well, he taught me things. Anyways, Mike Tyson was in the corpus of all that because we watched Mike Tyson highlights. I'm gonna kiss you in your pretty little mouth. And he'd say evil things. This was the worst era of Mike Tyson for him, but the best Mike Tyson era for me. It showed me that people love sensationalism. People love the villain. People love the fact that he was violent, evil, raunchy. He popped out in the ring and he was gonna bite your ear off. He was going to take you out of this existence. He was gonna send you straight to hell. That was the beauty of Mike Tyson. And I loved every aspect of what I learned about Mike Tyson. And he became goofier and sillier throughout life. He became this softer and more centered man. A man that naturally wanted to take care of his life hold. Throughout the entire past that he went through doing drugs and all these other things, even his appearance on The Hangover, people had this fear of what Mike Tyson was. But he's just a man. He's just a man like me and you and everyone else. And people forgot that, I think. People forgot that Mike Tyson was still human. People forgot that Mike Tyson cannot defeat the advent and age of time. He can't beat that. He can't beat the never-ending clock. Time and time again, that's what happens. So when Logan Paul popped in and said, "I wish to battle you, Mike Tyson," people were so excited in the legend of Mike Tyson. People were so excited on the mysticism behind his existence, and they forgot the reality of the world. We want titans to exist. We want heroes, gauntlets, masters. We want people that are unaffected by age, some super mutants. That's why we craved people like Andre the Giant. That's why when people see bearded ladies and circus freaks, they got excited because it was outside the norm. They want defying of expectations because people deeply want magic to exist. They want that little bit of magic to be real. They want the aspects in their mind. They want fireball powers. They want telepathy to exist. They want these powers throughout their soul. I remember one time someone showed me this video of autistic kids, I believe, or specially gifted kids. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but they had blindfolds on and they were doing telepathy. When in reality, that was disproven and debunked because a YouTuber bought those things where you could see through. I believe it was Danny Gonzalez who went through and actually showed that that's not true. Telepathy isn't real. And people still deeply want to believe in the magic of life. And you can create your own magic. Being alive in itself is magical. Being here on this planet in this existence is magical. But people don't want that. People want real magic. They want the ability to cast fireballs and be immortal. They want to find the fountain of youth. They want to find the lost city of Atlantis. They want to find a city of gold. El Dorado. That's what they want to do. They want to go and find these things and be a part of the lore of the world. But Mike Tyson is human. Yes, he was in Punch-Out. Yes, he punched a dinosaur in Mike Tyson Mysteries. Yes, he did all these amazing and spectacular things. That was Mike Tyson. And it still is Mike Tyson. It still is. He's still the baddest man on the planet. Nothing changed upon his loss, even if it is on his official record that he lost when he was too old to actually do a match despite all the stipulations. He did that match for money because guess what? He's human. He has things to pay. He has children. He smokes on his podcast. He talks about what he wants to do. He's not young anymore. And people forgot that aspect because they were so caught up in the mythic legend of Mike Tyson. And so was I. When Mike Tyson lost that fight, and when I saw him stumbling around the ring, when I was waiting on Netflix, despite the fact that they had the worst internet connection and the worst connectivity, they couldn't host it because there was so many people watching because they weren't ready for that many people for a live streaming event. When I witnessed that, when I saw Mike Tyson get hit, my stomach hurt. I think I wanted him to just live. I wanted him to be a person more than I wanted him to be hurt. I wanted Mike Tyson to just enjoy his youth and later years of his life. I wanted him to be able to experience joy and not have to worry about money ever again. I didn't know he was going through so many money troubles. He spent a lot and had a lot of debt growing up because he was young and he didn't know what to do with the money. He didn't have any financial advisors. And people say, oh, that's just an excuse. No, that's a reason. Because he was young and had nothing. He was in and out of the streets, and boxing changed his life. And he went through court cases upon horrible things that he allegedly did. Who knows? I have no idea. He loved pigeons deeply. And he cared deeply about the world. He cared deeply about everything around him. He loved animals so much. He really did. Him taking care of his tiger and playing with it is beautiful to witness. Him just existing as a person is such an amazing feat of how a horrifying, terrifyingly looking individual with a very silly voice can go on to become one of the most beloved humans on the planet. And I know there are people that have their reservations about him and say, oh, he did these horrible things in the past. He's evil. He's messed up. I feel like people can grow. I feel like people can change. And I'm always willing to hear somebody out upon their story. I love Mike Tyson. He's one of my favorite people to ever exist. From the hilarity that he brought in my lifetime, from the beauty of his punches going to and fro, right hook, left hook, up, 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 boom, going crazy. From the fact that I could never beat him in Punch Out with Little Mac. Oh my God, never beaten Mike Tyson once. Horrifying battle. Even learning speed run strats and getting to him in a very small amount of time. Still couldn't get past Mike Tyson. The timing is too tight. Can't do those frame perfect inputs. I enjoy him. And Jake Paul is sensationalist. He's somebody that people love to hate. People love to despise this person. People hate the Paul brothers, but they keep talking about him. And back in the day, there are people writing bad articles about Mike Tyson. Should he be allowed to compete? Should he be allowed to do this? Because he was sensationalist. And this is going to sound crazy, but we're going to look back on everything all the horrible people have done where they haven't done anything morally reprehensible. Just sold some moldy Lunchleys. Yeah, that sucks. It's horrible. I hate it. I've never minded Lunchly in my life, and it's hurting children for sure. But it gets people talking about them. And I know people that would sell their soul for a pack of bubble gum. I know those people. And the Paul brothers may have sold what little thing they needed to actually be respected, but they're talked about more than anybody I know. And you know it's going to sound horrible? Nobody ever talks about Malcolm X or Martin Luther or Rosa in great aspects all the time. Nobody makes bits and memes about them. No one does that. People only talk about the worst people in history all the time. And yeah, their memory is sullied, but infamy will get you remembered. If I caused nuclear winter right now, people would never forget that. But if I solved world hunger, nobody would remember that. People know Oppenheimer because he made the nuke. He caused immense destruction. But people don't know who cured polio. Nobody knows. You don't care about that information at all, do you? You don't care who invented sliced bread. You don't care about that. You care about chaos and carnage because of our morbid curiosity. People remember those people the most. That's why people remember Mike Tyson. That's why people know Magic Johnson even if they've never seen basketball. Magic Johnson has AIDS. O.J. Simpson, I don't even know what sport he did, but he killed a woman. Who knows what he did? Forgot the sport that he did. Pretty sure it was football, by the way. That's the insanity of the world. And that was the legacy Mike Tyson left and became kind and beautiful. And I feel like we're getting that with the Paul brothers right now, where they might do a 180 upon doing all this stuff that gets them controversial. But nobody cares about good people. No one cares. That's the legend of Mike Tyson being sullied and destroyed. But to me, he's still the legend. And he will always be Mike Tyson.